celebrating our Diamond Jubilee. On Monday morning, when we opened the office, we had sold 160 seats in that space of time. Last Sunday by 7 a.m, 200 were sold, and we had an extensive waiting list. Our capacity increased as we reconfigured Trinity Centre, and we spoke with our provider of the meal for the evening, Okeechobee Steakhouse, to a cap of 250. Many people are still waiting and hoping in the lottery system that someone drops out, they can drop in. But our mission is really celebrating the history and the legacy of this parish. 60 years. 60 years of life-changing. 60 years ago, this parish started in a warehouse. The midnight mass was in the open air. A small smattering of families who came with one purpose: to South Florida to make a difference, to live their dream and to live in destiny. That's why they came. And the parish answered their need at that time. And as the parish evolved, the parish then grew to where we are today, in over 10 acres, making a presence felt here in West Palm, educating, preparing for the 20th century the young minds to embrace the American dream. It has also answered the call of feeding the poor in various capacities, from starting off with a peanut butter and sandwich to help one or two families, to now over 200 to 300 people on a Thursday morning over a 4-week cycle, which is a 7-day operation for the volunteers who prepare the food. And for many of you, the benefactors, it's a weekly ritual to bring food to help. And the various other apostolates that happen throughout this parish to change lives, constantly with the message of I care. The Paulinean cares. The Paulinean is special. That's what it's saying. I've been asked on numerous occasions since taking over, would I ever reconsider opening the school? Every time I would say, I believe in Catholic education. I've championed the cause of education in the United Kingdom and here nationally in the United States. Education is important, but for us to be realistic, and I'm a realist, let's look at reality. To get to that place, there's some hardware that needs to be taken care of to get us ready. We operate in one air conditioning unit here in this church, so the other one needs to be replaced. The exterior, the painting, and the landscaping needs to be updated in rocky code. Our new signage needs to replace the one that we have. It's over 30 years old. We've been asked to update our security. All of these things need to happen if we are going to look ever at opening our school. But if we're able to be in that position, I am prepared to begin dialogue, feasibility study, and looking at the potential. See, the thing is that here in the parish, we don't see our potential. But give us the hardware and give us the ability. We know God will bless it. 2 weeks ago at the 5:30 Mass, there was a couple here from the United Kingdom that I'm friendly with. I didn't know they were coming, we walked in. They heard about our campus and as a school, they said, can we see your school? And I said, sure. On the spot, they wanted to purchase it. That's how valuable they think we have in our property. I said, it's not for sale. Over dinner, we go back and forth. I said, it's not mine to sell. But it taught me a very powerful lesson. We need to believe in ourselves. Other people believe in us. The raffle, in many ways, is the oil that will help oil the machine. You see, Royal Caribbean and the JW Marriott in Cancun and Okeechobee Steakhouse here, and most recently in this past week, the PGA National Golf and Resort and Spa, they all believe in our mission. Many of them have never set foot on our campus. But they believe in our passions, they believe in our purpose, and they've got behind to help us and support us and encourage us and want the mission to continue. So our call here for the 21st century is to create the platform and the opportunity so that we can begin the mission, preparing and equipping for the beginning of the 21st century. We celebrate the Feast of Christ the King. It's the end of the church's year. Next week we'll begin Advent, the beginning of the church's year. We'll go through the holiday season. Come January 1, many of us will make New Year's resolution. By 6 p.m., many of us will have them broken. There's a song from the musical Seesaw. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. We all can start well. And we started well 60 years ago. We may have taken a pregnant pause, we may have hit a lay-by. But is that not a metaphor for life? How many of us have started life well? Start out with passion and with vigor, making plans, building dreams, and somewhere along the way, a curveball has come. Maybe derailment, purpose, shameless, a broken dream, feeling of isolation, where we sit down and we say, this is it. And we create and allow a situation that's only an episode in life become a dominating factor. David in the 23rd Psalm talks about, even though I pass through the valley of darkness, evil will I fear. And for many of us in times in our life, when challenges come, we allow a sad moment of pain, moment of isolation, or moment of rejection to define us. We are not defined by our past. We are not defined by any experience. What we are defined with is where we're going. What's our destination? See, I believe in Holy Name, that Holy Name has the great seeds of comeback. To be able to come back, to rise up. And that's what Scripture's about. It talks about we're to fly higher than an eagle. We're like the phoenix to rise from the ashes. And many of us here this evening may need to rise from those ashes of broken dreams and pain and sadness. This happens to be who you are and where you are in your life's journey. The Lord is saying tonight, this is your time. This is your moment. And we're called to seize the moment. Faith is stepping out. Even when you're unsure of where you're going, you know it's the right thing to do.